guys hope you're having a great day today. It is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday morning to you. I hope that your morning is going well. My morning is going wonderfully. Wonderfully. This week has been a busy week for me. I feel like, yeah, my life is busy. I have kids. I've got to run. I got to do this. They got to go here. They got to go there. They're all going different directions. Filming full time for you guys. Making a home and the same thing. It's just, and starting a business upstairs making products and things. And so life is busy. It is very busy, but it's okay. It's like yesterday I was feeling like a little overwhelmed. I'm like, I have this to do. I have like all these things I need to get done. And so I had a good day yesterday working, and then I also stayed up late last night. I stayed up in my office and kind of moved it around again. I know, I'm a freak of nature. Moved it around again. So it was one of those things where I was working on the projects for my Christmas box. If you want to get one, I was doing the bags. And so those are, like, every time I do them, I'm like, those are just my absolute favorite. And like, it just is a constant reminder. You know, I'm doing, if you don't know, I'm talking about right here, put a picture. Constantly reminded of, you know, watch him work it for my good. And so, you know, you go through those things in life, and you know, everything. The enemy comes in your head, he plays with your mind, and he puts these terrible thoughts in there over and over and over, and then you're like constantly reminded, you know what, watch him turn it for my good. And it's like over and over. Hearing scripture is an amazing thing, especially when you got it implanted right in here. It's just a good thing. So when the enemy comes, because he'll come in your head and just start messing with you, and to get that quick, nope, that's not truth. I know what God's truth says. It's like it wipes it right out. It just gives you like encouragement. They're like, yeah, how awesome. So if I could make 1,000 bags a day and just constantly remind over and over and over and over and over, how awesome life would be, wouldn't it, for everybody? I would recommend sticking it on like a sticky note, putting it where you work. I used to put Bible verses, things like that, or encouraging words for myself on my kitchen windowsill, because I spent a lot of time doing dishes by hand back in the day with 10 kids. So that was like my favorite time. It was like a chill time just to stand and wash dishes, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Oh yes, I did. And so just constantly that reminder. And so stay up late up there working and stuff, and also editing Bible videos and things. And so even though it was a late night, but I was like, okay, I'm feeling really good where I'm at right now. And I'm like, I'm feeling a little more like, you feel like in control. Do you ever feel like when you get a project like to a part where you're like, okay, I'm ready to move forward? Like your house is a disaster. You get it clean, you feel like, okay, feeling in control a little bit, even though, you know, it doesn't change anything. It's just a clean house. So that's how I'm feeling about upstairs. So I stayed up late last night and worked up there. And then this morning I was like, oh, rough moving. And I heard the shower. Greg was up, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna get up and make him lunch. And I don't have to make him lunch. He doesn't care if I make him lunch, and he appreciates lunch, but as a wife, that's something I like to do. And so I think someone said one time, can't Craig make his own lunches? Sure, he could. I could work on my pool when it's broken. I could try to fix the girls' sink when it's busted. I could do all the jobs that I don't like to do, but I don't like to, so, and he happily does those. So same thing with lunch. It's like, he could make his own, but as a wife, that's something I enjoy doing. And so it reminded me so much. I think of just people just get disgruntled. Do they not? They do. My teenagers get disgruntled. I'll ask them, you know, like, hey, could you put the dishes away? Or the dinner pickup. And they're like, oh, why can't such and such a person do it? And my kids, they're wonderful, but they're human and they do the same thing. And I'm like, sure, that person could do it, but I'm asking you to do it. So would you do it, please? And so you think like you get that like self-righteous, like, why should I have to do that? Why can't they do more? And so that's when, you know, your heart motive is wrong. You got to keep your heart pure and clean. You want it to be a heart of serving. There's nothing wrong with not doing it. It's not like you have to do it all the time. You should, but if you can't, you know what I mean? It's not like a beating down and I got to be a slave. I got to do these things. No, it's like the things that you want to do to express your love. So I think of that. I thought of that when my kids, when they said that yesterday, and I was like, no, I wouldn't need you to do it. I'm still working. And then I'm like justifying myself. I'm working. I'm up till 11. You guys are watching TV. You can gladly clean up dinner. So it's just those things of like, well, that person should do it or that person should do it. And it's like, no, just go clean the kitchen. Take you guys 5 minutes to clean up the kitchen. So same thing with lunch. It takes 5 minutes to make it. It's not a big deal for me. Easy for me. I enjoy making him lunch. I enjoy that when he has his break at lunch, he can go up to his car and he can go, oh, that's nice. My wife made me lunch, instead of like, oh, I'm starving. And no big deal. He'd starve and not a big thing. He could run to get some food, anything. But it's just that part of like, where's your heart? Where's your heart in the places for doing things? And so today when you're tempted to go, why should I do that? check yourself. Okay, should you do it, or could you do it? Would you do it? It just changes the whole perspective on things. So all of that to say, I don't even know why, but got up and got his lunch, and then I was like, he got me a cup of coffee, and I just sat for a little bit. He's like, I wish you'd go back to bed. And I'm like, no. It's like, unfortunately, a cup of coffee's in my veins. I'm like, I'm just going to sit here for a little bit and wake up. And I did. I sat and I got up and I'm like, okay, I am ready to start my day today. So getting up, it's close to November. I'm like, I feel like it's getting close to the Christmas holiday season. So you're only going to see these decorations for maybe, we'll see how life goes, another week. And then I'm flipping it over to Christmas. I figured, like, we moved in last year and it was so hot. It was so hot because it was new, right? So it was hot all the way till Christmas. So in my head, I'm thinking, how can I decorate for fall when there's no fall? There's nothing outside that appeals to fall. It's still 1,000 degrees. So it took me a while to decorate for fall. And then Christmas, I'm like, it doesn't even seem like Christmas. And then we didn't have a tree, so we had to get a tree. And then, you're spending money on everything else. So you get the smallest tree just to save $1, because it's like one of those things, like, why would you invest in a $1 million tree when you can pay like $40 for one and be just fine, and blah, 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 all those things. And it's different. So then this year I was like, I'm ready to do fall. So I did it in September. And I'm like, okay, September, all of October, that's like 2 months worth of fall. I'm like, I feel like I can get Christmas up in November and December. So that's gonna be my game plan. So I really I have my Christmas tree sitting over here on the floor that I ordered from Amazon, a tall one down here. I ordered, I think I got 6.5 or 6.5 foot. I think it was 7 foot last year. And so in my head, whatever, it didn't, like when I measured it with the ceilings, I think we have 10 foot tall ceilings, 10 foot ceilings. I was thinking, oh, 7's tall. And then we got up, I'm like, it's kind of short. So this year I made sure to get a taller tree. I think it's 9 foot tree. So I'm like, that'll work. And even when it says 9 foot, it's not 9 foot, it's more like 8.5. But I'm like, it'll work. So I found a cheap one on Amazon. I'm like, who cares? There's so many great, nice looking ones out there, like all the fancy greenery and this and that. And I think of my huge Christmas tree that I got as a gift. My girlfriend's mom was getting rid of it. The lights didn't work. And so that's how we got that humongous, gigantic tree in our old house that I had in the mountains, a big giant one. Because I went and it took like hours. I think it took me 3-4 hours. I know it was a long time. And I cut all the lights off of it because they were not working, and then we put our own lights on it. So, but the tree itself, it was just a pretty tree because it was big, but the greenery was just like regular tree greenery. It wasn't like anything fancy. And so I think like the fancier ones, there's nothing wrong with fancier ones, but sometimes the ornaments kind of droop a little bit. They're not as solid as like the good old-fashioned wire ones. And so when I picked this one out, I'm like you put ornaments on it and lights. You don't really stare at the greenery too much. It's like, it'll be fine, whatever it looks like. So hopefully it's good. It's over there in my box. So anyways, we're just to say, don't get sucked into the beautiful, wonderful looking Christmas trees. They're pretty, but just get yourself one on Amazon. I don't even know what we paid, maybe $100 for ours. And it's like a 9 foot tall tree. I got a slim one. So debated where to put it because we have like no space in our house. So I was gonna stick it over here in the corner by the table, move the table over. That was where our initial thought is, but now I'm thinking I can put it by the stairs right to the right of the TV. I think it shouldn't stick out too much. I don't know, we're gonna see. But that, I would love to get up this week. So I have goals, I have thoughts of like, okay, and then the other tree is gonna go upstairs. So we're gonna put that upstairs in the upstairs living room up there, little TV room for the kids. So I'm like, I have all these great plans. I'm like, okay, I really wanna get to decorating a tree like today, but it's just not happening. My days have just, they're busy running kids, they're busy. They have lots of activities, they have lots of things they're going to. And so and I have to do life, I have to make food, I have to do things. And so I'm like, it's just not working. So be patient. So last night, like I said, I worked up there and I got that taken care of. I'm like, okay, today I'll focus on making some food. Hello. Making some good food, getting some food, getting a few extras made that I've had on my list to do. And then kids have classes again today, so they're gonna be gone. And then I'm like, tomorrow, I hope tomorrow is my Christmas tree decorating day. I'd like to do my entire house. That's gonna be overwhelming. So when you have a big project, do it in sections. So for me, I thought tomorrow, if anything, I just make food, because we'll have to eat. And if I just put up the tree, I'll be happy. So that is my goal for tomorrow. So we'll see. We'll hope to get just the Christmas tree up, and then I'll slowly start taking stuff down. Like I'll get the tree up, and then maybe, who knows, weekend or next week, I can work on my kitchen or the living room or whatever. It's gonna go in sections. So, but for today I say all that with breathe. No, today I'm gonna have a good day making food. I also filmed this week. I didn't post it, so I thought I'll throw it in here. It was my motivation Monday, getting cleaning and the house in order. So let me throw all of that right here. So you get a little cleaning motivation, and then we're gonna start on our food for the day. Does that sound good? All right, let's go. Let's get your house cleaned up, because you gotta start with a clean slate, and then we'll start making food. All right, let's go. In our home, I usually start in the kitchen. So I feel like if the kitchen's clean, the rest of the house is kind of cleaned and picked up. So we had a little bit of stuff here because we cooked out this weekend and just have a little bit of pretty much like a mess everywhere. So it only takes a few seconds. And yes, kids can pick up their stuff, and yes, I can pick up my stuff, but we didn't, and that's quite all right. So it just takes a few seconds just to kind of clear and get going, and it's mostly right here. Like, this is my mess. It's just my kitchen. The rest of the house is pretty clean. Like, I used to think how long it used to take me to clean the living room and clean the rooms here and there was always so much mess. It's like, it really is not that much. It's just the kitchen counter. It's like really not that big of a deal, the mess that I got going on now. So very simple and good. I was listening to a sermon over here, so I put it on my little tablet thing over here so I could listen to it. So I'm like, well, I'll just do a voiceover for you guys. So dishes. I didn't realize the dishwasher was full, and it didn't run. So I'm like, ooh, so I just hand washed these dishes real quick. Only takes a second. I just feel bad for the child that has dishes on Monday. This was actually Monday, so lots and lots of dishes, but thankful for the dishwasher because we use it we use it every day. So most of it goes in the dishwasher, but some days it's extra full, so you have to hand wash as well. And then I wash my bags out too, because those had snack mix, which that snack mix is, oh my goodness, so delicious. Absolutely, everybody loves that. So wash those out, and then we'll put them in the hallway to kind of dry over there. And then just kind of clean everything out. I'm gonna do my coffee. I'm completely out of coffee pods, so just filling these up. Very simple. I didn't even do anything fancy. I usually use a spoon and scoop everything. I did not today. I was just scooping it right up there. So there was some that has a little bit of coffee on the outside, but I'm like, that's quite all right. Just got to keep scooping. So I know we've lost these over years because this whole thing used to be full, and now it's not, but that's okay. So picking up, putting them away in the cabinet, and then I gotta do my laundry here. It's gonna wash my bedding. It's been a week since I got my Dream Valley sheets, and so I would comforter and duvet, so I want to put them in the washer to see how they do. But yeah, definitely love it. I told Greg, I'm like, why do I doubt myself and get the stuff that I don't like when I know what works really good? They're just such good blankets. I really enjoy them. I tried finding different ones, and I'm like, no, I just keep going back to it. So you might as well just keep what you know and stick with it. So back out to the kitchen, let's do laundry, wiping off my Keurig, rinsing out the pot. I usually bleach the water containers at least, once a week and make sure they stay good. And then use a little bit of cleaner to wipe off the counters. You don't need to. I can usually just use the Norwex cloth, but I had some fall stuff that I would use. And just a quick wipe. This is like simple, the same thing I do every single week. One time over, real good, and I feel like it's good to go. Wiping everything down. We had some extra water here from, I call it hurricane water. I'm trying to use up my old water because I have new water that I ordered from Sam's Club that I'll store for the whole next year. So that's in here, and we'll drink it up. It goes real quick. And then I had these oranges on the counter. Nobody ate them. I don't know why. They just didn't like them. So I'm gonna cut them up. Now, try to remind me, because they're gonna go in my freezer. So when I wanna make like a pot of yummy, smelly, potpourri, that's what I'm gonna use. I might forget, but hopefully I remember. Or I might put it in vinegar and do like a cleaning thing when I'm done with my all-purpose spray. We'll see. So I'm just gonna throw them in a Ziploc bag and put them in the freezer, so just remind me. I'm gonna try to. You can make those little, even if you had old apples, you can do the same thing. So this is gonna be a recipe I was gonna make for lunch here. Lentil rice casserole, everybody likes this. It's not a hard thing to do. So today was like a crock pot day. Like, this isn't the real day, obviously, it's yesterday. So just putting everything in the crock pot and then letting it cook. This was gonna be lunch, and we had it for a few days actually. The kids like it with tortillas, some like it plain. I like it with yum yum sauce. It's delicious, yummy. Just throw it all in there and let it do its thing. The beautifulness of a slow cooker. What a genius invention, is that not? Making our life a whole lot better. So I put this one over here, and then I was gonna get out my other one, and I'm gonna put my spices away first. Put the spices away, and then I'm gonna roll up dinner. 10 kid taco chili. Yep, everybody loves it. It's easy. I didn't even film what it looks like in the end because you guys already know what it looks like. But this one was a little bit different. What I did, normally follow the recipe, I'm using what I have. So I had some extra black beans I've been trying to use up. So I'm going to rinse those out and add those to it. And then I also had a can of lima beans. I know. Lima beans in your chili, Amy, your poor kids, it's fine. It tastes fine. I just have them and haven't used them for anything else. So I'm like, let me throw them in the chili, disguise it. Everybody eats them. It's not like it tastes different or anything. Lima beans taste like regular beans when they're all mixed together. So I just rinse those off and put those in there. So that's why you see green beans in there, the green ones in there, because we added them to use them up. And now my bedding is washed, so I'm gonna go in my bedroom here. I like to wash it in cold water. I do pretty much all of our laundry in cold water. And you can put these in the dryer, just on a low heat. But I just like to hang them up. Anybody else hang them up over your door? I would hang them outside, but I don't have a clothesline. It's not something I aspire to have here in Florida. So I just hang them over the door. Makes it smell good. It's all good to go. I just really enjoy my sheets. I can't even tell you how much I enjoy these because they just feel amazing. They help me sleep great. I've slept amazing. Every time I get in bed, I'm like, ah, love it. And you don't have like the picky feet. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Where your skin and your heel picks once in a while on your sheets and gets stuck. You know what I'm talking about, right? There's none of that. And that's what I like. They don't pile, they wash really well, and they are just comfortable. Okay, back to the kitchen while those are drying. Chili, mix it up, put it out, and then we get my mixer out here and mix up some stuff. More laundry, more laundry, more laundry. I usually am good about keeping up my laundry, and lately I'm like, I find myself like going, oh, am I out of clothes? Usually when I'm out of my little, I have like little biker shorts, I wear those under my dresses. So usually I have like 5 pairs. So by the end of the week, because I wear them pretty much every day, I go, oh, I'm totally out of shorts. So I need to get some more. And that's when I know I need to do my laundry. We got lots here. So just throwing towels in. We usually throw towels and jeans in the same one. And then do Greg's, his shirts separately in here. But getting it rolling. Okay, back to my bedroom because now it's been hours later and now my bed is here. Did a little research on my comforter here to see how awesome they are. It's got some NASA grade technology, and what this is it regulates your body temperature by absorbing, storing, and releasing heat as needed, helping you avoid overheating or getting too cold during the night. It's proactive, managing temperature fluctuations before you start sweating. I don't even know how that happens. I really have zero idea. Zero idea, but all I know is it's the greatest bed ever. It's made me sleep amazing. It's gonna help rejuvenate and get you ready for a new day, I promise. So can bedding make all the difference? Absolutely. Having the proper bedding and a good bed to sleep in will make all the difference, and it will help you rejuvenate and get ready for a new day. Okay, now I am done here with the cleaning, and now we're gonna go back in the kitchen and start the real day worth of stuff. Okay, hopefully you enjoyed all that cleaning. House is clean. Good, it's all done. It actually isn't too bad. The kitchen's clean. I think everything's pretty much cleaned up. So that's the truth of how the house looks right now. So let's start on food. So one thing I wanted to do is, well, I didn't think about it until I got a package in the mail. Miss Barbara, you know Miss Barbara, you guys. She is super, super sweet. Nothing should ever be said negative about Miss Barbara. She's the sweetest soul. And if you knew her, you would understand. We talk and we share. We communicate on a regular basis, and very sweet lady. She reminds me of my mama. And so I think of her because I think of like my mom would say, I would tell my mom, or I wouldn't even tell my mom, I would just be talking. Or my mom would be here and she would think, see that I was low on kitchen towels, or like something that I didn't think about. And then my mom would show up with a bunch of towels. Or we would do cookies and I wouldn't have sprinkles, so she'd show up with 10 packages of sprinkles, or just something like that. Just sees something and goes, you know what, that's the way I want to bless, gift giver. That's how Miss Barbara is. And so in our mail, we got this week, I opened it up, there was these packages of cocoa mix, and I'm like, ooh, she got a bunch. There's like, look at 1, 2, 3. There's like 4, 5, 6 of them. So you know what we're gonna do with these? We're gonna make some chocolate syrup, because that's really good. I had the kids asked the other day, they're like, do we have any chocolate syrup for chocolate milk? I'm like, I don't, I'm so sorry. So I'm gonna make some chocolate syrup with that. So thank you, Miss Barbara. She sent that, and then look at, she also sent these M&Ms, mini M&Ms, because I went to Sam's Club, and guess what? Sam's Club didn't have any, and so she got some. These are awesome for Mama Bell's chocolate chip cookies. I saw she has her cookbook up, and so hopefully her cookie recipe's in there. I'm sure it is. So we got those, and then she also sent a snack box. We already ate it because it came in the mail. It was Tostito chips and had little cups of cheese and salsa. What a great idea. It's like everybody got a bag of chips, and they got cheap. Oh, I'm like, what is that? The X machine. ice machine. It's like, what is it doing? It had chips and it had cheese in there. I'm like, that was super, super sweet. She sent that, and then she also sent, let me show you what else. Look at it. She said a Ninja Foodie possible cooker. What? This is beautiful. Oh my goodness. So I don't even know what this is. I'm like, looked at it, I'm like, it's a slow cooker, a food warmer, a non-stick pot, saute pan, steamer, saucepan, stock pot, Dutch oven, roasting pan with integrated spoon. I have to assume, I looked up a couple videos and like you can, it looks, I'm gonna say it's like the slow pressure cooker. It's not a pressure cooker, but like that, where it has multiple things that you can do on it, and also take out the inside to like cook in the oven. I thought, how cool is that? So we'll be putting this to use real soon here though. So thank you, Miss Barbara. So sweet of you. Doesn't need a thank you on here, but I will give her a thank you on here. We always talk. She even sent a gift card to Red Robin restaurant, which is very cool. And so we, it's up by Greg's work. It's our anniversary is coming up next week. And so I said, we won't usually go up that way to St. Petersburg like anytime in the future, because they just had the hurricane up there and there's a little bit more damage up that way. It's not like, it just doesn't look, they're still a work in progress, obviously. I think there's still places up there with no power, which is crazy to believe. But I know in Western North Carolina, same thing, so much worse with no power. So there was a gift certificate to Red Robin, and there's a place, it's like 5 minutes from Greg's work. I'm like, why don't we just order food and then you can bring it home after work? So he's gonna do that. So that is a blessing. So thank you, Miss Barbara. That'll be a blessing for our anniversary dinner. And blessing, we enjoyed last night with the chips. And blessing, we're gonna make some hot cocoa with this. And the little food ninja thing is gonna be awesome to make some things in. So it's gonna be a good day. So let's make chocolate syrup. This is very simple. It's the Hershey syrup. Instead of spending your money, that's a lot. I used to get the bottle of chocolate syrup for $2 at the discount store. I think, is it up to $6 now? I don't even know. I walked by it and see them a month ago and I was like, I'm not spending that on there. And so, but you can make it. That's the beautiful thing. And my kids seem to like this version much better, which is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So we're gonna mix in here. The recipe is so simple. It's 1 cup of cocoa powder and 3 cups of sugar and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. That's for 1 quart. Mix that up in the pan here. And then I'm gonna add in 1 cup of hot water, stir it together. Then add another cup of hot water, put it over here on the stove, let it come to a boil. You gotta watch it so it doesn't boil over. And then we'll add some vanilla, let it sit and cool and pour it in jars, and you have chocolate syrup. It's only, I had to laugh. One time I cooked it, I'm looking at my recipe, it's 4 minutes. One time, I don't know what I was thinking. I let it go for a long time and I'm like, is this done? Is it not? And then it ended up being really thick chocolate fudgy ice cream topping basically, but the thick stuff. And I was like, I was not paying attention that day. So we are gonna pay attention today. So let's put all that into the pot here and mix up and have wonderful chocolate syrup. So let's mix. Okay, all mixed up, let's put it on the stove. Okay, the sun is coming up, thank goodness. I had to look at my recipe. I'm gonna do a, I came over to stir this because I didn't want it to boil over, because see how it's rising up. You don't want it to go over in the pan, that would be really bad. Get chocolate everywhere. So you're just gonna keep a stir on it. So what I'm gonna do today is I have a huge can of pineapple. Remember I bought the pineapple chunks? And I bought some peppers at the discount store, the habanero peppers, and I thought, I don't have any more. I bought at Detweiler's, it was a habanero pineapple sauce. It's really good. It's good just to throw on like chicken or rice or whatever. It's something you need, but it was very, very good. And so I thought, well, I can make some of that with some of the pineapple. But then I also have like 4 cans of coconut cream that I got at the discount store months ago. And so I thought, why don't I do some pineapple sorbet? That's something I've been wanting to make. Well, I made all of Greg's fruit cups and I used all my small plastic containers for his fruit cups, which is awesome, by the way. He loves those. And now that I've been getting some back, I'm like, okay, I can do sorbet because I want to freeze the sorbet and put it in there. So I've got out my ice cream machine here, and I was just looking up, I'm like, how did I make that sorbet last time? So I know it helps to put your recipes down. I make a lot of new ones, and I don't always write everything down. I try to, like, I have our cookbook and what we eat, but we do have, obviously, make new stuff things too. So I try to write down the regular ones in my cookbook, just like the pen. But that's something I was like, oh, am I going to make it again? Yeah, I'm going to make it again because it was that good. So I'm going to make some pineapple sorbet here in just a momentum, and the pineapple for the chicken, like a pineapple habanero sauce. It's very, very good. I just have to think about how I made it. I'm like, I tried Googling it with my name, didn't find it. I don't do, according to the rules, YouTube videos where I like write in the title everything I make, because I make a lot of random things each day sometimes. So if I put something specific, sometimes I'll put it in the title, but not always. So, and then it comes back to me like, when did you make that, Amy? I don't know. It's all good. Okay, I can turn this up a little bit. So this just come to a boil for about 3 minutes. You just don't want it to boil over. I just turn it down. Be prepared to grab it, move it off the burner. These get hot, so I'm like, grab my hot pads. Just turn it down. I want to keep it up so it keeps it boiling, but I don't want it to go over. See that? That's perfect. Look at that. Got my timer rolling in my head. Turn it down, now it dies. It's keeping that constant heat. The sun is coming out. It's going to be another gorgeous day. It has been, the weather has been amazing here. It's almost like it's fall time. It's November. It's going to be November 1st here at the end of this week. But it feels like an amazing summer where like it's just that it's not cool by any means, but it's nice. Like you can go for a walk and it's just breezy and beautiful. We were walking last night and it was like the sky was just gorgeous. And I was like, oh, how beautiful the beach would be. It's that pink sky, gorgeous. And then it had just that nice warm breeze. And I just was taken back to when Greg and we went to Longboat. It's been months since we've been to the beach. And we went like late at night, like when it was dark. So we just sat under the stars, because you can go there till, I don't even know how late it's open, but it's open past dusk, obviously. And you can just, and there was like one other person on the beach and just sat there with their chairs, and the breeze off the water and the waves sounding. It was amazing. It was amazing. So I felt like we were walking last night, I'm like, ooh, there's that nice warm breeze coming off the ocean. I'm like, oh, how nice it would be to go back to the ocean again. They're getting there. They're cleaning up, and I keep seeing stuff online. So they're getting the places restored. It's just going to take time to get it restored. There's people, I heard people that go to it. There's people that go in the water. I wouldn't go in the water just yet, personally. That's my personal opinion, because it's still just doesn't look very clear, I think, and still laden with a lot of stuff. But there are people walking on the beach and stuff and going. So I'm like, we'll see. One of these weekends, maybe we'll just drive. Our anniversary's coming up, and that's our favorite thing to do is go to the beach. You know, we like going to beaches and Shark Tooth, honey. And so we were talking, we're like, maybe it'd be nice just to get in the car and drive and go to the beaches and go see, like, even not so much here because they're pretty much not good, to see it further south if they are a little bit better. So we'll see. We'll see what we end up doing, but definitely miss the beaches. But I know they're working hard cleaning up and making everything good. Okay, this is 3 minutes. So I'm going to just leave that to shut off here. So anyways, that was all to say how beautiful the weather is. It's like gorgeous. It's that you go outside and you sit in the sun, and it's like, it just feels awesome outside. Like we're not sweating like a pig. Do pigs sweat? I don't know. It's just, you know, when it's hot, your eyeballs, I call it the eyeballs. Your eyeballs are sweating because it's literally your eyelids are sweating because it's so toasty in the hot summer. And that's fine. It's nice now. It's like 85 degrees roughly the temperature, so it's pretty good during the day. So we are enjoying the weather right now. This is probably my favorite time of the year. Last year it was new, so it was like, when is my favorite time of year? It's not as pretty. Like the hurricane, of course, like ruined a lot of the trees and they turned brown real quick. And I noticed like in the fall, winter, the trees did turn, like the bottom of the palm trees got like yucky. Well, with the hurricane, it kind of forced that issue a little bit quicker. So it looks that way, but I'm like, that's okay. That's the winter time, but it's still so nice outside. Okay, let me see here. What we gotta do here. Let's start with this. Okay, so I'm gonna open this big gigantic can of pineapple tidbits right here. I'm gonna put some into a, actually, you know what? first let's make our mixture. Let me get another pan out. The pan is in here. So what I'm gonna do in here is I've got this is organic coconut cream. It says unsweetened simple. So I think if I just take a can of this and add equal sugar, that's what I did last time, but I did add it with sweetened stuff. So I'm gonna kind of see, this is gonna be what, isn't this a cup and a half? Isn't it a can? It's how many, 13 ounces, yeah, 60 ounces would be 2 cups. So let me pour this in here, let's just see, I don't even know. You just want it, the cream is thicker. I just like that. Yeah, it smells like, oh, it's so good. I could just eat this stuff, the cream, look at just how thick that is. This is really good for curry. I should make some curry. I'm making sure that's off. I haven't made that in a long time, but okay, let's put in, let's do 2. Let's do 2 cans because we have a bunch of this, and then I'll just do like 2 cups of sugar. I'll see what that tastes like, and then we'll heat it up on the stove. It's gonna be the sugar ratio for the pineapple. There's also pineapple juice in there too. Decisions. Let's just mix this up and heat this up for our sugar syrup. Okay, let's heat this on the stove. No idea how much pineapple to add because I was using like a real pineapple, you know, like a real one, because canned one is not real. You know what I mean? So I will probably just scoop this out and do my best here. Let's see. I'm just debating. I'm like, do I just measure it? Roughly do? We had what? I don't even know. Try to get no liquid in there. It's gonna obviously get some liquid. Bring it out. 2, that would be like the 2 cups. 3, 4. Let's try 4. So I'm gonna put 4 in here. Let's just grind this up in the food processor. Grind it in the processor. Yeah. The blender will go a bit smoother. Okay, this came out of the stove. It's about 4 cups. I'll put it in the, hopefully, probably just refrigerator, get cool. Maybe freezer, let me see. Let's put it in the freezer to hurry the process up. So then I just put 1 more cup of, what is this stuff called? Pineapple in here, so it would be the same. So that's equal amounts of fruit and the pineapple. We'll see if that works. So this will be good here. And then I'm gonna start on my, the habanero mixture. So again, couldn't find where the recipe was, so I had to kind of Google it, look up what I think it is. So I think I've got it. So let me pour this in another container because I need to mix the pineapple up. This will be good. The pineapple habanero sauce I'm making, basically it's like I think it's like a chutney. That's what I think. I was always looking at pineapple habanero sauce and was not finding it. So I think if you type in chutney, you'll find a recipe close. Okay, I'm debating how to make this recipe. I'm like, how do I do this? I was like, the chutney one sounds more like it. I thought I thickened it over on the stove, so I don't really know. I'm not sure. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some of this pineapple here. So basically, you don't want to, I want it thicker. It's okay if it blends it up too far. I should use a food processor, but I will just do a little bit here, hopefully with this. Just trying to get your juice out. Let's do 3 cups in here. Okay, let's try that. What if I need to do, thinking out loud here. Let's just do this for like a second and see if I can do it. Oh, maybe that'll work. That's all I really want it to do. It's probably good enough. I'm gonna put it right back in this pot for now. Okay, that's what I wanted to do because you don't want it, well, sorry, we're working together. Yeah, because you still want some of the chunks in there. So, okay. I guess we'll just cook it on the stove. I guess. Okay, you just gotta do what you gotta do. So for mine, I need this ground up though. Can we do the lazy mom right now? I don't want to get up my food processor. It's one more thing. So let's put in here. These are washed. This is I think this is a jalapeno and a habanero. I don't know. I'm gonna cut those, throw those in here with a little bit of this for orange color, a little bit of water, and hopefully it'll grind it up. and they'll strain up the water. I know, it's probably so unprofessional and so, it's just easier right now. I just don't want to get out my food processor, which is right there. Just don't want to get one more thing out. So let's cut off the top of your, you want to get all your jalapenos. You don't want to put the seeds in there. It's spicy. It's extra spicy. It's going to burn your hands to do this. Can we just put it all in here? I think we can. I should be doing this on camera, I know. And wearing a pair of gloves because my hands are going to be on fire in a minute. I can feel the hotness. My hands aren't on fire just yet, so hopefully it'll be good. Okay, these are all washed. Let me just use pieces of this. I'm just gonna grind it up. This is more just for color. Put some orange in there. It's not, I guess I can put more though. Might as well, right? I have this whole pepper. So let's do the easy way. Okay, good enough. Let's see if it'll mix. I think I'm gonna have to add water. Maybe I won't have to. Hold on. Nice. Okay, I stand corrected. That worked out really well. Oh, we can taste that spice. Oh, there's a couple chunks. Let's put that back in here. There's a couple more chunks. Okay, call me crazy. I'm like, I did not want to like have the seeds everywhere, so I'm cutting it. I'm starting to feel the burn on my hands. And then I put it back in the blender. There's no blade in the blender. Hello, put your blade in there. So I just threw that in there. Okay, so this is good. You just want it to be chunky. It does have the seeds in there, but I'm okay with seeds because I'm the one that'll probably be the only one eating it. This recipe, whew, I can taste that. They put some garlic in here. They do put onion. I'm not much of a, I don't mind not having the onion in here. So I think I'm just gonna, let me see here. They put vinegar. I feel like vinegar is gonna, oh my goodness, not be good with this. I'm just not sure. Does it have any sugar? I don't think it has any sugar. 2 cups of pineapple. No, it's just the sweetness though. There is a sweetness. Spicy and sweet. Okay, we'll just put this over here and let this heat up. Okay, I had to like do this a little bit here and see if I was gonna even like this. It's spicy, oh my goodness. Should I just add one of the peppers? Maybe 1 instead of 2. Mouth's on fire right now. That's okay. So what I did is I added some pineapple juice. I'm gonna add some chunks of pineapple here because I have a lot of this. I did like a cup of sugar and a cup of the pineapple juice in here. I'm gonna put some chunks in here too because this will be fine. It's spicy. But it's good. It's gonna be good. It's where you want that sweet, but the spice is there too. So this is delicious. It's just, I was like, the first one I was like, oh my goodness, my mouth's on fire. But then after I added the sugar, I'm like, okay, that's a little bit better. So basically I'm just gonna heat this up. I don't know, I could thicken it, I guess, with a little cornstarch and water. Maybe I'll do that. But let's just kind of heat it. Whew. It's good. It's good like on chicken, just something plain and simple. I like that better. I like pureeing it a little bit to give the chunks and then putting some of the tidbits in it. So this is gonna be good. This is good. It's a little, whew, it's good. A little spicy, but it's good with the chips, scoopers, anything. Okay, we are moving right along, which is awesome. So, pineapple habanero, my mouth's on fire. Okay, we're gonna do, let me figure out what we got here. Let me pick up my mess here and we'll go, let me put my blender away. Okay, my mouth is just forever gonna be burned. No, it's good. I'm gonna add my pineapple to this mixture here. It's not completely cooled, but we're gonna hurry the process along because I have things to do today. Okay, so mix this up. This is gonna be really good. This will not be spicy. Now, did I make it right? We'll find out. Let me pour it into the maker here. We'll see if that gets thick over there. I'm gonna do a little mixture here with pineapple juice and some cornstarch. And see if I can just thicken my, you don't want the stuff like too thick. Is that gonna be so noisy for you? I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons in here and mix this up because you want it in the cold liquid and then pour it in here because that's coming to a boil. I just heated it up so I could, my frozen garlic was in there. And then let's just stir this in, it'll thicken it. I think that's all we'll need, just a little bit of thickener. So let's go over here. I'm letting that boil for a few minutes. I can feel it in the air. This is gonna be going, so it's gonna be noisy, noisy, noisy. I'm gonna make some French toast. We have, I think when I went shopping last week, we had so many eggs. I had eggs because I just bought some from Sam's, and then I went and bought another box because I knew I wouldn't be back for a while. My whole little container is almost gone, and some of my kids that weren't big egg eaters have discovered eggs are delicious, and so they're having like a bunch of eggs at it every day, so that's a good thing. So I'm like, what am I gonna make today? They have to run out the door today, so I'm gonna do French toast right here. And so I'm gonna just do 7 eggs. I always make way too many, and I have all this extra and have to make more. So I'm just gonna do 7. I gotta make a few more eggs. I can whip them up. Let's fry them over here. That mixture is done. Let's whisk these up. My fingers in the sink. And then put some milk in here, and we'll add the bread. Sometimes you can add sugar and cinnamon. It just depends on whatever. You can also use coffee creamer, someone said, but since everybody's eating it, I'd rather just use the lactose-free milk, so it's safe and everybody is good for their tummies. So let me show you this here. Just whisk it up. I'm gonna go over here and get a couple on the stove frying, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna get my chicken patties. We're gonna do chicken parmesan tonight, so I wanna get all my frying done before I gotta get out the door and drop one at work this morning. We're gonna do 20 things at once. I'm gonna get my chicken patties made. We're gonna do a chicken parmesan tonight. So I'm gonna do my little patties, fry them over here, and put them in a pan with spaghetti sauce. We're gonna try that tonight. So in here, let me just tell you the recipe because today's busy. We're adding 2 pounds of ground chicken. What I did is take my chicken breast, or the breast halves, and I ground them up in the food processor. Way cheaper. Then I'm gonna add about, I say about a half a cup of breadcrumbs, probably about 1 because it's got a little bit of liquid. 1 cup, an egg. You're gonna add paprika, salt and pepper, garlic, onion, mustard, Worcestershire, and is that it? That's it. Okay, and then breadcrumbs to coat it. So I'm just gonna mix all this up. Let me look at the mixture. You want it nice and not too gooey because it falls apart, just a little bit thicker. I might have to add an extra egg because I do have extra liquid in here. Great. I switch pans around so I can get my one for the chicken going, but I'm gonna have to crack another egg in there because I have a few more pieces of bread and run out of stuff. Let's do this real quick. I'm gonna mix these up, make them in patties, just use my hands, and then we'll put them over here on the stove. Okay, the rest of these breadcrumbs I'm gonna save. I usually end up throwing away like a quarter of a cup every single time, but breadcrumbs cost. So I'll put them in a plastic bag, put them in my freezer. Hopefully I remember they're in there because I pretty much just use them to bread raw chicken. That's it. The pan in the back is making my French toast burn. So I'm like, just have to be very careful with it, but it's going. Maxine just woke up from her slumber. Good morning. She was at my office with me last night, and I was working and I was moving stuff around, and she was not into like me moving things. She's like, I'm trying to lay in my bed and you're squishing me every which way. And so I just kept sliding her around. She was like squished at one time because there's not much room up there to move furniture. And so and then I took her downstairs, let her go to the bathroom, and then Maddie came down. She's like, do you want Maxine tonight? And I said, well, I don't care, I'll take her, you take her, either one. And so she's like, well, do you want her? And I'm like, I'll have her if you don't. But she said she wanted her. So she took her to bed last night with her. And then Maxine came down this morning when I was up getting Greg lunch. She came down, or breakfast, or lunch for him. She came down, and I'm like, you want to sleep with Mama? Bless you, my goodness. So, okay, what else? Patties are good. So see how this is only a little bit. This is like a quarter of a cup. So before I was like, just throw it away. But if we make chicken patties over and over and over, a quarter of a cup and a quarter of a cup is going to add up, and we're going to have like some wasted stuff here. So what I'm going to do is right on here, do not use. do not use raw chicken. I'm going to stick it in my freezer. I'll be the only one that uses it. I know the kids are not going to use it. I just put a hole in there. That way, next time, hopefully I'll remember it's in there. And basically we'll have, no one's gonna touch that but me. We got French toast for breakfast. We'll have this. What else do we gotta make? Okay, I'm gonna do the dinner, but do we wanna keep moving? Let's keep moving. Let's do the job I did not wanna do. You know what that is? Shred cheese. Yesterday we needed cheese. I don't have any orange cheese. I thought I made a ton last month. We must have eaten it all up, and then I only bought one block at Walmart. And I'm like, wait a minute, we need more cheese. So I'm gonna get out the chopper. That chopper's a beast. It's good to get out and use it, but you wanna do all your stuff at one time because you don't wanna do this multiple times. So I'm gonna chop up my cheese. I've got mozzarella and orange cheese. I'm gonna get all that chopped up. Let's do that. Let's actually finish this up here. Okay, wash the dishes. Let's keep moving. Let's get the cheese shredded. This is something I did not wanna do, but I will do it. It's one of those jobs that you're like, drag it out. This is the ultimate food processor. I think I shared this in a shorts, and a lot of people were highly impressed with it. It's a great thing. I gotta remember how to do it. This thing is a beast. This thing is a beast. I like push it to extreme limits and like shove that cheese in there. The orange one wants to kind of get clumpy. It's more, it doesn't shred as easily as the white does. I did put it was in the refrigerator, but I think it's just a softer cheese. I don't, is that mild? So maybe like sharp would be a little bit harder. The mozzarella is supposed to be soft though. This stayed really good though, so this is good. I'm laughing, I'm literally like pushing it and I can hear the motor, but it's still going. We did all that cheese last time and it worked really, really well. So this is good. My sorbet looks like it is on the path to being done the first batch. So I'm gonna try in just a minute. I'm gonna try to get some cheese in bags here because I need some space. But this will be good. It's like one of those things where this is literally taking me 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I don't even know how long it's been, and I'll be done. I'll have cheese for the month. It's just one of those things that takes time, but once you've got it, it's good to do. It's like making your own things. Homemade, right? It takes time, but once you got it, you got it. There's my sorbet. Okay, let's do this other last cheese here, and then we'll be done with cheese. Until I gotta go get more. I need to get another. I have to go back to Walmart and get, I saw they have turkeys. I saw on some social media they're 88 cents a pound. I don't know if they're like that the whole time or not. So we're gonna get a turkey. So I need to, so I wrote down to get like that. I'll probably run out of milk eventually. So I thought I'd get a turkey, and then I have a few little things that I totally forgot to get and just need to get closer to Easter. So, or not Easter, what are we in? Thanksgiving. This is one of the things where it's a little bit of cleanup on it, but what a beast. It's a beast of a thing. Like when you get it, you're gonna have, like your cleanup is gonna be a bunch of little corners and nicks and crannies. So that's the only flaw, but cuts through that cheese like it's nothing. And then vegetables, oh, forget it. You saw me do my veggie prep with it. That's really good. So this is good. So now my cheese is done. This is something I just had to do. I got done. Something I did not want to do, and then yesterday I was like, we had flatbread tacos. Did I even show any of this food? I don't think I didn't think I filmed any food. Did I film my food? I did this week, but I don't think I showed you anything. Should I show you? Maybe I did earlier. Well, anyways, if not, I'll put it right here. But we didn't even have any cheese, so I didn't have any cheese shredded, so I just pulled out nacho cheese, because that was how I was thinking. I'm like, let's just do nacho cheese, it'll be easier. The kids like it, so. And now we have shredded cheese, that's good. Okay, all done. The sorbet is done. It's just frozen. The bowl is like frozen in there because, I had to run a few times. So I'm gonna scoop it out over here. Look at how that is. Can you see all that? Delicious. It is just smooth. Oh, so good. Pineapple, coconut sorbet. These are delicious. So I just take these and put them in my freezer, and then when I want one, I just take it out and just kind of shave off the top when I want to go eat it. Delicious sorbet. Start the next batch. Now I've had like the watermelon one, it's okay, but I really like the pineapple coconut one. Lemonade would probably be really good too, but those are my favorites for now. So I'm gonna get my chocolate syrup and my habanero and put it in containers. I completely forgot I had these squeezer bottles for the syrup, specifically because the jar went to wipe it because I'm like, oh, I forgot how like chocolate gets stuck on it and it makes a mess. I bought these to use, so this is really good. So I will let the kids know there's chocolate syrup. Here's extra. I will pour in there later. This is so good. I totally forgot to add the vanilla to it, so I just did it afterwards, but yummy right here. This is going to be very good. Do I have two more? I think I'm using it for coffee, so this is good. Two more things done. One more thing done. Let me get my pineapple stuff. I'm gonna put it in a jar. Let me rinse this jar out. before I gotta take Brooklyn to work, let me do the bananas real quick. They're ready to go in a container and freeze them. And so this one was frozen. I'm just gonna peel it. You can just leave this in the freezer, but I'm just gathering so I don't forget it's in there. And what I'm gonna do is you can just peel it, stick it in a container, and then the rest of it smush in there, freeze it. I'm doing smoothies with just fresh bananas, but it just does not get that thick. So we definitely wanna get these in the freezer so we can have some. So I'm just gonna put those in there, and I'll gather something else up. So I'm just smashing them in here because they are going in the freezer for smoothies. Did you see how you peel that one? It peels really nice. Yes, you leave banana on the peel, but it's one of those bananas that most people would just throw it in the trash because why keep a blackened banana? So just throw that in there, it works. If you want to use it for baking, what I have done is I froze them solid back in the day, and then this is really gross, but you put them in a bowl and they'll thaw, okay? Liquid's gonna come out, mind you, it's gonna be gross, but what you do is you basically can just squeeze the banana and it shoots out. It's kind of like, it's gross, but it shoots out, and then you'll have the banana inside. So perfect. Okay, one more thing done. Let me go throw these in my freezer. I'm looking at my time. Can I get anything else done before I head out the door? Because I gotta come back and do dinner, and then that'll be finished. I gotta finish up. I got my chicken parmesan over there. I gotta do the rest of that stuff up, but I probably will do that when I get back because I'll have to head out the door. So let me just pick up my mess here and get some more going. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. I gotta run Brooklyn to work and drop some packages from a lot of cookbooks you guys ordered, and get those in the mail today. And then I'll come back, we'll work on making dinner. I'm hearing squeaky, I think it's that thing. Pause that when I'm gone, and then come back, finish dinner, and then I've got to make a little snack box up for the kids, and we'll be calling it a day, I think, which will be awesome. So I'll see you in a minute. All right, I came back home, so I just turned my ice cream thing back on so that I can keep going. And then what I'm gonna do is finish up my dinner. So I'm gonna take and put the chicken patties in the bottom like this. I'm gonna put mozzarella cheese on them. And I'm gonna keep this one separate for the diet cheese. Battery dies way too quick. And then I'm gonna put mozzarella cheese on them, and I'll put some spaghetti sauce over top of that. And then I will cover it with foil, and then we'll bake it in the oven, and then that'll be dinner for tonight. I'm also gonna do some tortellini, so we have a big bag of this. I'm gonna cook half of this, put it in some boiling water, put it with Alfredo sauce, bake it. That's it. That's all I want. It's simple. And then I have the pretzilla, the pretzel bites. I'm gonna take these and put these on a cookie sheet as well. Put that in the oven while we're cooking. And then we've got some corn. I've had this in the freezer for quite some time, so I have got to use this up. So I'm gonna just boil that with water, and that is dinner for tonight. So we're working on getting the kids out the door right now, so I'm trying to finish this up so then they can finish up, get their chores, blah, blah, blah. We'll finish making dinner. It'll all be done at once. More sorbet, put them in containers and stick them in the freezer. Had a busy few minutes there. Kids were getting food, getting in and out the door, blah, blah, blah. Run, 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 kids, run. They're out. And then, so what I did is I just put the tortellini with Alfredo sauce. Didn't add any spices. I probably will just do that when they eat. Anybody knows like jar sauce just does not taste as savory anymore? Or maybe I'm just getting older. I noticed the Alfredo, you feel like you need to add like salt and pepper or garlic, some kind of spices to it. I noticed in my ragu sauce, the same thing. I made it with spaghetti sauce. So I usually always make my own, right? I used the jar sauce the other day, and I was like, The spaghetti is so plain. Like I feel like it had no flavor, and everybody else did too. They agreed. So I was like, is it the sauce or is it just me and my family? I don't know. I would just notice that I was like, that was just not, so this sauce didn't taste too bad. So we'll see. It's gonna go in the oven, turn on right before dinner, and then I cook the corn and we'll have that with the pretzel balls. So I'm looking at anything else. What else did I have to do today? I think that is good for right now in the kitchen. I just wiped the kitchen down. I'm finishing out. I'm trying to get the frozen thing out of the middle. I don't know if I'm sure it comes out. It's just like probably frozen because it's not, I'm trying to lift it out. I'm like, it's not coming out. So I'm going to see what else we do for the day. And then it's looking cloudy, hoping for some sunshine, but we'll just have to see how the day rolls. I'm going to try to burn my pumpkin candle here. We need to get rid of all the fall smells so that we can enjoy Christmas smells. I don't even have any Christmas pop candles, do I? Oh, I did buy the coffee one. I got a cherry almond one, but that's about it. But we'll get this going here. Perfect. Waiting on this to thaw. I just went outside with Maxine. I was like, ooh, it's kind of, the sun's out, it's kind of going away. And I'm like, I feel like it'd be a nice day. It's breezy, it's very breezy outside. So it might be a nice day to go sit in the sun, swim for a little bit during the day while it's warmer. So I might do that. I'm gonna edit for a little bit. I think I'm done. I was like going through and I'm like, I threw some laundry, we got laundry in because girls are out of towels. Dinner will cook itself tonight. I've got my reminders. I've got these sitting here. I got these at Goodwill. The little houses. I left these out. Steven is gonna get them for Dr. I'm gonna have Steven paint these brown, and then I was gonna get, I totally forgot to get it at Hobby Lobby, some white puffy paint. Do you remember the puffy paint? Do you remember puffy paint as a kid? It was like a tiny tube, like everything was puffy paint. That was the coolest thing to get. You'd squeeze it on everything and it'd be all puffy. Does anybody else, like, I was a 90s, what did that mean, 90s, 80s? I don't even remember. Anyways, because I was like late 80s, early 90s kid in school, so, but that was always fun. So I was thinking to get puffy paint, and then I saw to get like white hot glue sticks. So I'm like, that will work out. And then we've got our tree here. So I'm excited. We got the Naomi tree right here. I just got on Amazon, the Naomi home. So we will see, I don't know. Do I open it to see what it looks like for tomorrow? Let's open it. See, it's just literally Christmas tree. Like, it's not fancy schmancy branches, but just like old-fashioned branches that will hold well. Hopefully it'll be good. This is cut 5. So I'm hoping 9 feet will be pretty tall in our room. So I'm gonna put that's my goal tomorrow, is to do the tree. We'll see how the day rolls, but I should be able to get that. What else do we get? I'm trying to think. We got that. I got a bike for Autumn. Autumn got her. I gotta open that up. I just gotta have Greg do it. She was the last one, well, her and Greg. We have bikes and scooters for everybody, and trying out different ones. And so Greg needs one for him, and then Autumn needed one. So she was the last like child to kind of hold out because she likes her regular bike, but it's getting so old and rusty. And I mean, it happens, it's old. Let me get Maxine. She's like, are we gonna stay outside? We're gonna go outside in just a minute. And so her bike was one of the last ones. I'm like, she's like, I like my bike. And so I'm like, you can totally keep your bike, but it's getting where it's worn out, tires are getting old. So I said, why don't I get you a new one, something that you'll like. So we'll get that out for her this week. And then we got, what else do we have? You know what else we got is a chess set. Does anybody else play games? Like, not very often do we do games. Like board games. We used to do a ton of games all the time. All the time. We'll do them sporadically, but mostly it's like, like the kids will get up the, it used to be the Wii, but now it's the Switch, the Nintendo Switch. And so they give the controllers for those and we play games on there. But chess is something, Greg has always asked for a nice chess set. And so we've had just cheapy ones over the years, just cheapy. So I was kind of going through and I'm like, what am I gonna do for Christmas, all that good stuff. And I thought, well, we can surely do a chessboard. Look at this one. This is a nice chessboard. So I got this. I thought he'd like it because it's all wood carved, not plastic like most of our other ones, but just nice. And then the other side, obviously, you play it. It's gonna be the chessboard. I thought that was really neat. So some of our younger ones have never played chess before. It's one of those where life got busy and we haven't played chess in a long time. So I'm like, that'll be a fun thing to sit and I don't know how to play, but my husband, he's taught the older ones to play, and so they can play. And so I thought that'll be a fun thing to do because we had a set and it's plastic, and for whatever reason the chess pieces get lost every single time. Anybody else? Like, I would always buy the same Well, I know why, because I have kids. I would always buy the same plastic one from Walmart for like $5, and then every year I'd buy another one, it seems like. Or when we wanted one, and then I just replaced the pieces, and eventually we had, a whole chess set. So, but I thought this will be nice to invest in a nicer one, and then we can have it. So this is good, because everything is held right inside here. So I thought this was really nice. Nice and fancy. So I'm gonna put this in here. I'm gonna take this for Greg. I thought that would be a nice little gift for him. And then, basically Hanley too. So look at that, nice case. That's really nice. So this will be good here. I got Jensen's cloth. These are just some cards I got with it. The rules of chess. A guide for parents to play chess with kids. Maybe I should learn how to do that. So we've got that, my tree. I'm like, that's it. I'm thinking my day is finished. What I'm gonna do is go upstairs now, and I think I'm gonna go work up there on my stuff. Okay, came upstairs. This is why I'm ready to get decorating for Christmas, because this is what my upstairs looks like right now. This is all sitting right here in this room. Autumn's like, I can't clean upstairs. I'm like, I know. I just don't want to pack all that in the closet, because I'm going to be taking everything out of the closet. So this, in the next week and two, will get decorated around the house. And I found a home for that, so I was thankful for that chair, because I really like that chair. But in my office here, I had to move things around, so I moved around last night. This is my new setup. For now, I like this chair. Eventually, it will go in my room, but it's a nice place to sit and hang out. So I've been making bags, working on these, watching Turning for My Goods. I've been working on putting those. I did a lot of those last night, which is good. And then I've got piles of weeding. My whole table was covered with the sticky stuff. So I switched out the two desks, put this one here for Maxine and I'll be over there. I'll be weeding today. That's gonna be my job, is weeding. So I think I will work on that today while the kids are gone. Be productive, proactive, all those good things. Dinner's done. My day is finished. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. A whole lot of cleaning, cooking, and everything in between. So come back tomorrow. Let's hope for the Christmas tree. I'm not filming yet, so I'm hopeful that that's what we're going to do tomorrow. So we'll see. All right, we'll see ya. Bye.